Deep in the heart of the jungle, where the trees towered high and the vines formed leafy pathways overhead, a huge talent show was being prepared. The jungle was buzzing with excitement as all the animals couldn't wait to showcase their talents. Our story today is about Coco the monkey. Now, Coco was no ordinary monkey. He was a dreamer, an adventurer, a friend to all. And he had a talent that he wanted to share at the show, something very special. You see, Coco had been practicing a very difficult stunt, balancing on a ball while flipping and juggling with his feet. It took him so much time and effort, and he was hoping it would impress the judges and win him the coveted golden banana. As the day of the talent show approached, Coco would spend hours every day practicing his stunt. But little did he know, each of the other animals was also practicing their own unique talent. There was Lulu the leopard, who was going to amaze everyone with her beautiful singing voice. Raj the elephant was going to dance. Ricky the rhino was going to juggle. Benny the parrot was going to mimic the sounds of the jungle. Frankie the frog was going to do a magic trick. And Sammy the snake was going to tell jokes. They were all working hard, and they were all determined to win that golden banana. Then the day finally arrived. All the animals gathered in the clearing, chattering excitedly and getting ready for their big moment. The judges, a wise old turtle named Shelley, a graceful white peacock named Percy, and a kind-hearted gorilla named George, took their places. The show was about to begin. Lulu the leopard was first. She stepped forward, took a deep breath, and began to sing a beautiful song. Her voice was like honey, and it filled the clearing, making everyone's hearts melt. After her wonderful performance, she got a huge round of applause and went backstage to wait for the next act. Next up was Raj the elephant. He wiggled his ears, trumpeted happily, and began to dance. He stomped his feet, swayed his trunk, and twirled around, making the ground shake with his powerful moves. Everyone cheered and clapped along with Raj's dance. Then it was Ricky the rhino's turn. He took 3 balls and began to juggle them expertly, throwing them up in the air and catching them with ease. The crowd gasped in amazement at Ricky's skill and applauded wildly when he finished. After Ricky was Benny the parrot. He mimicked the sound of a bird, then the roar of a lion, the crashing of the waves, the buzzing of a bee, and even the croaking of a frog. The crowd laughed and clapped as they recognized the sounds that Benny was imitating. Then it was Frankie the frog's turn. He hopped onto the stage and pulled out a handkerchief. With a flick of his wrist, it vanished. The crowd gasped and cheered as Frankie made the handkerchief reappear from behind his ear. And finally, it was Sammy the snake. He slithered onto the stage and said, "Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything." The crowd didn't laugh, but Sammy wasn't discouraged. He tried another joke. "What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato?" Still, no laughs. Sammy sighed. Telling jokes was not easy. Then suddenly, Coco came bounding onto the stage. It was his turn to perform. He bowed to the crowd, took a deep breath, and began his act. He started by balancing on a ball, which was quite tricky, but then he began to flip and juggle with his feet. At first he was doing great, but then, oh no, he lost his balance and fell off the ball. The crowd gasped. Coco felt his cheeks burning with embarrassment. Could he recover from this setback? What would the judges think? Would he still win the golden banana? But Coco was a quick learner. Taking a deep breath, he steadied himself and tried again. This time he went even slower, concentrating very hard. Slowly but surely, he regained his balance and finished his act to a huge round of applause. The crowd loved his bravery and determination. Even though he had fallen, he hadn't given up. And that in itself was very impressive. When all the acts were finished, the judges huddled together to discuss who had put on the best performance. They talked about Lulu's beautiful singing, Raj's energetic dance, Ricky's amazing juggling, Benny's funny sound effects, Frankie's incredible magic trick, and even Sammy's brave attempts at humor. But they all agreed that Coco had done something very special. He had shown true courage and determination by trying again after falling. They decided that he had won the golden banana. Coco was so happy. But you know what? All the animals were happy for Coco because that's what friends do. They support and encourage each other. Winning the golden banana was wonderful, but Coco knew that the best part of the day was sharing it with his friends. Together, they celebrated with a big feast of bananas and berries, a celebration of friendship, courage, and the joy of trying your best. As the sun set over the jungle that evening, Coco and his friends walked home together, their hearts full of happiness and their bellies full of bananas. They had all learned an important lesson that day. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. What matters most is that you have fun, that you try your best, and that you never give up on your dreams. And so the Jungle Talent Show became a yearly event with Coco and his friends looking forward to it every year. It was a time for them to shine, to show off their talents, and to celebrate being a part of such a wonderful community. Now, as the years passed, Coco never forgot the feeling of winning that golden banana. But what he remembered even more was the feeling of participating in something bigger than himself, a celebration of life, friendship, and the joy of living in the wonderful jungle. He continued to practice his balancing act, not because he wanted to win another golden banana, but because it made him happy. And that, my little friends, is what truly matters. The end. Hey there, little viewers. We've come to the end of our jungle adventure. How did you like the story of Coco the monkey? Did you enjoy watching it? If you did, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. Now we have a question for you. What did you like the most about the story? Was it Coco's balancing act or the other animals' talents? Or maybe the jokes that Sammy the snake told? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. We can't wait to read what you have to say. If you haven't already, now is the perfect time to subscribe to our channel. We release new stories every week, each one filled with fun, adventure, and valuable life lessons, just like today's story. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when a new story is released. It's like getting a surprise present every week. Once again, it's time to say goodbye. Until next time, keep shining bright like the stars in the sky. Dream big like Coco the monkey, and remember, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. We'll see you soon with a brand new story. Bye for now.